got it. I got the glassware. Look at this. Isn't this so beautiful? So if you remember previously, I had gotten this. So this is some tortoise glassware. It's hand blown in Mexico. It's thick. And since these are hand blown, there's a little bit of imperfection, and that's what makes these beautiful. So some of them have some air bubbles, some of them are just slightly taller than others, and you can really see like sort of that handmade artisanal like feel and look. You see that right there? That's a fine glass of water. It tastes better. I mean, in my mind it does. It tastes so much better, and I absolutely love these. So I was on the hunt for something smaller to complement these but not be matchy-matchy, and I really think these are perfect for that. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? So of course this ties in well with this. It's also that same technique, but it has this that brown rim which pulls from this color, and it's a clear glass. So I think these are absolutely perfect. These are also handmade in Mexico. You can even see down there like some of the like hand blown technique, you know, I don't know the exact term. They're also from Amazon. I will say they're a little bit of a splurge, but I see these as kind of more long-term glassware, long-term glasses, because they're thick, they feel premium. And the thinner ones that I used to get, I used to get some from Walmart. Like, they would break literally so easily. And I mean, these ones haven't broken at all or chipped or anything. So I'm feeling very optimistic with these. I will say that something like this, in the past, I probably would treat this as like an occasional type of thing that I wouldn't really use every day. But screw that. Like, I'm using these every single day. I've been using these every day, and it just elevates the everyday experience at home. You know, I'm a homebody, and I'm slowly trying to upgrade kind of the just more utilitarian things around the house, and something like this is just perfect. And you know, stay hydrated, you know? So I definitely would recommend these. I could talk about glassware forever, but yeah, definitely would recommend these. I'll put them in the description. I need to wash these though. Stay hydrated, folks. Stay hydrated. Morning, or I guess afternoon at this point. I'm getting ready to head out to run a couple of errands. I'm gonna go to the gym, but first I'm going to go to HomeGoods. It's actually been a while since I went to HomeGoods, probably a year or so. So I'm just gonna go see what there is for spring and summer. I'm looking for maybe some new like accent pillows for the sofa, but mostly just gonna go check out what there is. Maybe hit up Target too, depending on how much time I have left. But honestly, I am just looking for just a couple of accent pieces to kind of bring in a spring and summer vibe in here. Maybe a little bit of color. I don't like to do a lot of like themed, like I just like simple swaps, you know, just simple swaps for the season. And whatever I buy, it needs to be really good, because I'm just getting more selective with the things that I bring in here. So let's go take a look and see what there is. I'm gonna do a bit of a voiceover here since the music was on blast. I don't want to get flagged for copyright. So the first thing I spotted was this ribbed stem glassware. How incredible is this? These are so beautiful. I feel like I've seen these at CB2. And this is of course perfect for cocktails or desserts, what have you. They also had the colored full ones. So beautiful. I definitely would recommend these. Next up was some dinnerware. This set right here is very wonderful. I love the ribbed detail, the color. It's just really really magnificent. And the unfortunate thing was that there was only this left. There was probably a whole set at one point, and for the pricing, it wasn't that bad. But again, like, what am I gonna do with just one set? But this is definitely a beautiful sort of everyday plate. Honestly, I am a sucker for mugs, and this one is certainly beautiful. I feel like this reminds me of something I've seen at Target. You know, one thing about me is that I love mixing different woods. I like cutting boards, I like serving boards, I like all things wood, and this is a beautiful sort of live edge. Maybe it might be olive, from an olive tree. I'm not exactly sure, but this is so beautiful. Each one is of course different since it's, you know, comes from a tree, and this is just perfect for serving or kind of just like displaying on a backsplash. So many different possibilities with these. Very practical indeed. While we're in the kitchen area, let's take a look at some kitchen towels. These ones caught my attention. I am on the hunt for some new kitchen towels, and I think these might be a good option. I really love sort of that natural linen look. I don't know, they're probably cotton, but these are beautiful, and they come in a set of 3 for $7.99. I think that's a pretty good price. I particularly liked this set, but I spotted a few other colors as well. You know, I would love to upgrade some of my storage in the kitchen, and some beautiful sort of glass canisters or storage containers would be perfect. These are wonderful. I love the ribs, but also like wavy effect. I think this is very fun and unique. I especially love the wooden lids, and I could almost envision these in a coffee station, or maybe some like tea, or just like a beverage station maybe for summer. But these would also be great for snacks. I also am loving this one right here. Sort of has like a hammered glass effect. So many beautiful options. If you're looking for some lighter weight blankets for the summer or maybe even into the fall, these are some good options. I really like this sort of knit style. It has almost a small checkered effect. I also spotted the one there that with the lemons. I think that's really great, especially for summer. Just a little bit of color sometimes is needed. $24.99 is actually a pretty good price, and it felt like good quality. You know, there weren't too many accent throw pillows I was loving, but I was certainly swooning over this particular one. Not only do I love the zebra pattern, which I think is just playful, but I especially appreciate the color combination of this. It's subtle, but it feels relaxed, and I think this is something that would be perfect maybe for a bed, or of course for a living room. I mean, you can put a throw pillow anywhere. What are your thoughts on this particular one? I really am happy with it. I also appreciate the sort of linen, I don't know the material, but it sort of has that linen look. Just very casual, very happy with it. I don't know what it is about stripes, but I tend to gravitate towards them a lot. Maybe it's the regularity of it all, or I'm not sure. It's just one of those patterns that makes my heart tingle, and I am on the hunt for some new towels for the bathroom, but I still haven't really planned what I want to do in there yet, so I'm gonna hold off for now. But these would have been some great towels for there. I do love the brown and sort of cream beige color. You know, the mirror section's always pretty fun, and I feel like this sort of modern arched mirror, which is a similar one that I have, is definitely a trending style right now. Maybe too trendy, I don't know, we'll see. But this is a good one if you are looking for an arched mirror. It has sort of a rounded corner at the bottom. I don't know if you can see. This mushroom lamp is really wonderful, perfect for the bedside table, just for some nice ambiance, or if you want to keep this on all day in the, I don't know, wherever you spend most of your time, this would be a good one. And it's just a nice little sculptural thing. I think I spotted another color too, but I really love the white one. You know, when it comes to lighting, I sometimes spot some gems at HomeGoods, and I definitely found these two beautiful gems. Let's talk about this first lamp right here. I really love the design of it. It's a pretty common style, and I feel like this is something I might spot at RH. Of course, at a different scale, this is probably smaller, but you do get that designer look for less, and I do love the sort of aged brushed brass color of it. The second lamp right here, it's definitely more modern and it has the stone base, which is nice and sturdy. And you know, it's just a wonderful lamp in general for $49.99. Pretty good price point. You do get that solid stone base. It's pretty sturdy, and the size of this thing is, it's a nice size, so not bad. This would be great on a credenza, maybe putting two on either end to create a symmetrical look or sort of build off of some symmetry. That's always a good look. Here's that first lamp. Again, I really appreciate the color of this. It's less golden, if you know what I mean. It's sort of more of that antique style brass. While we're at it, let me show you another pair of lamps that I spotted. This set right here is more sculptural, I would say, at least for the base. It's a matte black and it features a hammered look with these sort of balls at the ends, which is a design element that I tend to like. I've done in some of my projects. I don't know why, maybe it's just, I think it's just playful, that's all. Not exactly sure about the shades, but I think these lamps are great. It's a horse. I'm gonna cry right now because I wanted to bring this horse home with me. I really did. But I was a bit fearful that I'm having too much of a brass moment at home. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. But this large horse for $79.99 is a fair price, and I don't know what it is. It's just, like I've said in the past, sometimes we just need a sculptural element at home, and a horse would be perfect. You know, I gotta say, I do appreciate how they organize things by color. I think that makes it helpful when you are going in sort of looking for something maybe in particular. I think that's a good strategy for organizing displays. But anyways, this little pot right here is wonderful. It's not vintage, of course, but it sort of has that vintage look. So if you're trying to get that look for less, this would be a good option. They sorry, I'm losing my voice. They also had this larger pot with two handles. I think I prefer this larger one. How much is that? Let's see, $20. Not a good, not a bad price point. By the way, if you're looking for some new sort of larger coffee table books, consider HomeGoods because I often spot these larger ones. This one by Chanel is $30, which is a good price point. I feel like anywhere else this would be at least double the price, but I don't know. I need to check. This stone obelisk is pretty neat. Might be too modern for my space, but I do appreciate that stone color. It's really magnificent. These head busts right here are wonderful if you're into that kind of thing. You might be lucky, and sometimes you'll find some really large ones at a good price point. I do also love the sort of bronze effect of those. Sexy storage is in, folks, let me tell you, and these are just that. These perfect little storage boxes. I'm not exactly sure what the material is. Almost has a horn look, like bullhorn look. And I don't know, these are great for hiding all the crap. Put some remotes, some cookies, well, I don't know, whatever you want to do with them, but these are beautiful display boxes. Oh look, another horse. This one's a large one and a good color too. These two accent chairs stood out to me mostly for the design. I think the profile, the modern profile is wonderful. I also like the fact that the legs are wrapped with that leather, or I guess faux leather probably. But I was not obsessed with the color. I think maybe it just leans too orange for my taste. Maybe a different color would be a better fit for me. But you know, I'm not buying these, so I'm sure someone will buy these and I'm sure it'll do something great for their space because they are really nice chairs. Now, if you remember, this is what the hallway used to look like before. And here is the current version of it. So I just put up a new mirror here in the hallway. If you remember, I previously had a modern arched mirror, which is perfectly fine. I actually really loved it, but I think I like the look of this one more. It is a bit larger. I love the finish of the gold brass a little bit better. And it's just a simple rectangle with rounded corners. I feel like maybe the other one was too modern. I don't know. But this one I think works really well in here. Again, it's a pretty small hallway, but look at how that large mirror starts to kind of somewhat give the illusion of a larger space and just make it feel a little bit brighter. So I definitely love this. I am still loving the black doors, the matte black hardware, that light fixtures, incredible. I am thinking about doing maybe a new runner in here. I don't know. I'm just taking my time with it. If I find something different that stands out to me, I might do that. Maybe a vintage rug. We'll see. Now, I prefer to hang the mirrors on the wall rather than leaning because they end up looking like funhouse mirrors and warping over time, and I think just flat against the wall is the best way to do it. And I went about 2 inches over the baseboard so that you can see that detail. It is also from Amazon. So if you're looking for a large mirror, I highly recommend this one. It could also be hung horizontally, so potentially for a bathroom or like a really large console or vanity or what have you. It was actually pretty easy to install, and I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you like the look of this one better or the other one? So I'm currently doing some reorganizing around here. It's a little bit of a mess. Now, if you can see, I removed the walnut cabinet that used to be here. It was just too busy for this space, and I think it was leaning more modern than I want it to be. I like that mix of modern but some more traditional elements. I think that's really beautiful. For now, I placed this floor mirror, sorry. This was the one that used to be in the hallway, but I don't think I'm going to keep this in here. I just feel like it's too busy for here, and I think I'm falling into that trap where it's like, oh, there's wall space, I need to fill it up, you know? I don't need to do that. And I don't know, I'm going to find another space for this. I might use this for an upcoming project, but I just put it here for now. I'm thinking of maybe just doing some simple artwork and kind of just letting this statue do the talking. I am not really in love with the sort of cool tone of this, so I might have to go over it with a little bit of like a wash or something. I don't know. We'll see. That's a project for later. But one thing I am doing is starting to kind of organize, actually utilize these cabinets down here for storage. I feel like the organization could be a bit better. So this one has like games and CDs that I don't know why. Right here, I started putting some of the vases that I use when I do like fresh florals. Up here, some of the candles and stuff like that. Here is games. That's a mess. What's in here? Let me see. What's in here? DVDs and Wii games. I have not touched the Wii in years. Maybe it's time to get rid of it. The thing I find about organizing is that I go down a rabbit hole, so then I start one thing and then I move on to the next thing, but I don't finish the other thing. So the next thing you know is the whole house is flipped upside down, and then I'm overwhelmed, and then I want to give up. And that's currently at the state that I am. I think the problem here is declutter. Getting rid of crap that I don't want anymore. Because there will always be beautiful things that I want to bring in here, but that means I need to get rid of things, you know? Maybe I need to implement that rule of like, buy one thing, get rid of two. But realistically, that's not going to happen, so.